Alright, I'm going to be doing a quick demo of this Neunaber Iconoclast. I've had this thing for about 1.5 years, and I've been really liking it with my pedal board setup and I guess for the purposes that I've been using it for, which is two-part, one for recording, which I'm doing right now, going into a Scarlett Focusrite 2i4, and number two, using it for church performances and possibly for other types of things as well. I think with the emergence of newer types of technologies like the Helix, like the Kemper, and other types of modeling solutions and whatnot, I think cab sims have also started to get pretty popular. I'm not sure if the Neunaber Iconoclast is really the best one, but it has certainly served my purposes quite well, and I've really enjoyed it. It's a pretty straightforward interface with only a handful of buttons, really. I mean, disregarding the headphone out, which I'm not using right now, and noise gate, which I just leave off. There's only 3 knobs, which really are very much akin to how you would place a mic over a speaker cabinet. So I'll get you a sense for how the Iconoclast takes pedals with a couple different sounds, and also shape the EQ with playing some different things, just to help you get a sense for how the EQ changes the sound and whatnot. So I'm playing through a Gibson SG with 57 Classic Plus in the bridge and 57 Classic in the neck. I don't have any single coil guitars right now to show how this sounds. My Gino Legacy, which I've used for a while, is in need of some repairs, so fortunately this is the only guitar that you're gonna be hearing from, but hopefully this helps influence you whether you get this or not. And right now I've got a couple pedals on. There's no preamp, by the way, on this pedal, so if you do get it, a suggestion I have personally is to keep an always on overdrive. So something like an RC booster, or in my case I have a Timmy from Paul Cochran. I kind of leave that always on anyway for my bass clean tones, so I got that on, a diamond compressor for some light amount of compression, and then a Neunaber Stereo Wet. Everything is stereo in stereo into a Scarlett Focusrite 2i4. So this is it wide open with the bridge pickup. Both pickups. So that's it with, I guess, a moderate amount of gain. I normally just play a little bit lighter to pick a bit cleaner. Anyway, I'll play a couple chords as I shape through the EQ. Right now you can see I've got everything set to, I'd say, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock on the low and mid side, and then roughly, I guess, what's that, like 2:30 on the high. I'll put everything back at noon, and that'll help to demonstrate how things sound once everything's all flat. So here it is with stuff mostly right around the noon mark. Again with the bridge pickup. And I'll adjust different pieces as this goes on. So here's it with the high all the way full blast. It's almost like the mic's moving away from the speaker. Now for the mid, here's with it all the way. than the low side. Here's with it all the way, I guess we'll do it all the way on. Down around 3 o'clock. And all the way off. Just bring a little bit of that back in. And that's generally where I like to keep things set at. That works pretty well for me. Here's it with a second overdrive stacked on top of the Timmy. This is a JHS Superbolt on the overdrive setting with a moderate amount of gain. So that's it with some second overdrive on. I'll turn on some delay as well just to get you a sense for how pedal works with delay, and then I'll do the same thing with reverb. With some vibrato. This is a Kokko Vibrato, which is it's like a VB2 clone. Some chorus. This is a Mooer Ensemble King, which is almost like a Boss C2 clone. So that's it with some delay on. Here's a sense for how it is with a bit of reverb, something a little bit more washy. hopefully that gets a good sense for how this